This video today is about what people get wrong, or what the industry of porn gets wrong about trans women. And I just thought I'd be like, what do you think? Can I do porn? I mean, I would love to, but I'm a speaker. Like, this is what I do. I can't suddenly switch into porn. I wish society was different, because, I mean, that would just be fun. I would give it a try. I don't know if it would be my career, but I'd give it a try. That would be fun. That's a different video, though. I feel like there was a moment there where every trans girl had an OnlyFans. Do you remember that? It was like right around when COVID kind of started. Everyone got into the OnlyFans. Did you have an OnlyFans? I didn't, but I thought about it. I was actually considering doing sex work while I was in Berlin, because I found out I could get paid like $1,000 a night. And I was like, oh, wow, I only need to work 4 nights a month and I'm good. That's pretty amazing, right? Sex work's great, but I'm not doing it because I'm doing this, and this is my path. Anyways, so porn, let's talk about that. What did they get wrong? Well, I mean, first of all, you gotta think baseline. Porn gets a lot of things wrong about women, so therefore it will also get a lot of things wrong that are similar to trans women, because trans women are women, right? But I think there is certain things that are conveyed consistently in trans porn that gives men who don't have experience a misperception of what we like and who we are and how we work. First of all, probably the biggest thing is we're not always erect, and we can't all come all over the place. That's just not something that we can all do. I have had multiple guys that I've dated who've been like, oh my god, like, can I see you come? Like, can I make you come? Like, how can I help you come? And it's like, okay, great. Like, I appreciate that. But first of all, it's really hard to make me come. I need a vibrator. And second of all, when I come, you're not going to see anything. There's like nothing that comes out. So I'm sorry, I don't like jizz buckets of cum everywhere. And no, I'm not going to put it on your face. I don't know if anyone's actually asked. No one's asked me that, but I know there's some pervs out there. It's just like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that. And some women trans women don't even want to be stimulated there. They'd prefer it to just like not exist and to just completely be ignored. When I started dating my my boyfriend in Berlin, he never touched it or looked at it, and that was actually kind of fine, because he treated me as a woman, saw me as a woman, and that was kind of his way of managing it. When we eventually took Molly and had a heart-to-heart, he realized that he didn't want to have anything to do with it, because he was afraid he would be somehow gay by engaging with it. But we worked through that, and I think now he sees me, or he does see me, more holistically as a woman, and that was a beautiful thing. So, like, kind of like trans women's private parts, they're very contextual to who they are, what they like, what they don't like. I don't mind being touched. If a guy wants to suck me off, I'm okay with that, but, like, I am the submissive, and we're in a power play here, and if you're sucking my girl dick, then we're kind of like, you know, is this going right? I typically make that a huge red flag if a guy is like, can I suck you off, or wants to, and that's kind of like the focus or something he really wants to do. That's totally like, goodbye, I don't want to talk about you, talk to you, that's just not what I'm into. I kind of joke about this, and maybe you've had this experience, but if you've dated men as a trans woman, have you just noticed how many blowjobs you get offered, or how many people want to give you blowjobs? Suddenly, it's like the girl dick is so much more exotic and so much more desired, or maybe it's just that people want to pleasure you as a woman more when, yeah, I don't know, how does that work? Because women always complain about how men don't want to pleasure them, yet I feel like the men that I date all want to pleasure me. What's up with that? How does that work? Is it just that I'm lucky, or is it that the trans girl is more exotic, or maybe just less intimidating, actually? Maybe that's it. What do you think of this? because you have a girl dick, it's more understandable to a man than a vagina, and therefore, because of that familiarity, they're more comfortable in stimulating you there, right? But it doesn't work the same way. If you're taking hormones, your girl dick can completely change in terms of how you like to be stimulated, where you like to get touched, and how you experience pleasure. And this is an amateur mistake that I see guys do. Or I experience with guys, is they just kind of treat it like it's a regular dick, and they kind of, you know, do that, and that doesn't work for me. Like, I just need like little adjustments and touches on the tip and just at the very bottom, and that's it. It's getting me hot thinking about this. So that's kind of like a big thing. Like the girl dick works differently. We don't come all the time, we don't ejaculate, and we're not erect all the time, or we have different relationships with them. This is another one, is bigger dicks are always the best. That's not necessarily true. I feel in porn, and maybe you feel this way too, that it's all about glorifying the really big dick, and that the big dick is kind of this big reward for the female actress in the porn, where it's like, oh my god, it's so big and I love it, and oh my god, it's so great, oh my god, you're tearing my asshole apart and it fucking hurts, is really what I think a lot of trans women would think. And for me, it's definitely been a thing of navigating, and maybe for you too, of finding like what works for you, what makes you feel comfortable, and what doesn't just hurt you, make you just go, oh my god, like this is way too much. What do you think? Yeah, I feel like if you do a lot of anal toy stuff, then perhaps your body has adjusted and you can get bigger dick. But I'm Asian, all right, and my asshole is Asian. It's weird. It's like, you think half Asian, half white, you kind of get like a half, like you get the average of the two betweens. That's not what it works like. That's not how it works. I have completely Chinese Asian skin, which is great because it makes me look like I'm 28, which is fantastic. But also, like, my anus is like an Asian anus. I'm like tight AF, and I just can't take really big dick. I don't understand how people do it. Like, do you see those dildos where people like put like things like this size up there? It's just a lot of training, I suppose, but it doesn't. So research for this topic, which is ridiculous, but I researched this to look at some trans porn, and I saw an Asian girl who's like having sex in a porn video, and it's very obvious to me that the dick is way too big. She's in pain, but she's really trying to play it off with a, ooh, oh, yes, but you can see it in her face. Like, there's pain there. And I think that's something that people don't really, as men, don't really understand, is you don't just shove it in there and you get going. Slow, build it up. This is anal sex. This is not vaginal sex. It works differently. It needs more lube. And please, on to this topic of warming up, look for the mental stimulation. I see porn, and I've had sex with guys that like treat you like a porn character, and that may sound hot on paper, but if they're thrusting, they're just thrusting, and there's no chemistry, there's no connection, it's just a robot fucking a hole. And that's not really what we want as women, and trans women especially. We want a connection, we want a feeling, we do want to get pounded at times, but there's got to be a cadence, a rhythm, a vibe, don't you think, of having that kind of sex. So what porn gets in general wrong, and for trans women especially, is the touch and the energy and the vibe, and there's got to be that connection. Estrogen changes how you experience sexual energy and chemistry, and for me, and maybe for you, what has happened where you feel like this, the things that turn you on, that were just physical stimulation, no longer turn you on, that you get most stimulated when you're mentally turned on. Has this happened to you? How far are you in your transition? When did this happen? For me, it happened around the 6-month mark. When did it happen for you? So these are the kinds of things that you also want to engage in and think about. Do I have anything else on my list for today? yeah, no, that's kind of the main stuff. So please like and subscribe if you like content around personal growth, being trans. Join my Discord community if you want to join the other trans people there and talk to me sometimes. I also want to thank my patrons for supporting me, my $20 patrons. Freya, Jay White, Sarah, Lexi, Lori, Kara, Leah, Raharabin, and Ayla. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you'd like to support me, hit up my Patreon down below. I also have a book if you want to read that. I'll see you in another episode soon. Bye.